Suppose I'd told everything, Rodney. Then you and your father wouldn't have any nice detective stories to read.
Is that supposed to be funny?
Not at all. I'm here to sign a paper, not to make you laugh.
That guy in New York. Did you make him laugh?
Well, while you're both waiting, would you like to read this?
No, I know what it says. Where do I sign, please?
On the second page, I'll get you a pen.
Hmm?
The annulment hearing is scheduled in Judge Whitley's chambers. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Dowell.
Doris?
Yes.
Hi, Rod, Betty. Sit down. Well, everything seems to be in order from a...
Well, Miss Marsh?
Good morning, Mr. Swain.
Darling.
Just a moment. Mr. Swain to see you, Mr. Dowell. Yes, sir. Please go right in.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Swain. As a faithful reader of your paper, I've looked forward to meeting you. I'm Stephen Court, Mr. Dowell's new associate.
Well, you have the welcome sound of a new subscriber.
Hardly a new one. I've read the Clarion for years.
I didn't realize that our local news was of such widespread interest.
Hometown news is always interesting. And I've always thought of Peyton Place as home.
You're Hannah Cord's boy.
Yes, sir. Excuse me, please.
Morning, Matt.
Good morning.
How goes it?
Well, I just met your, what would you call him, new junior partner?
Hardly that. Though I'm sure Stephen did his best to give you that impression. He's a brash youngster. But he has a good head in his shoulders.
And he's Hannah Cord's son?
Stephen was not tied to the Peyton account. Oh, he clerked with Wainwright and Kennedy, and he probably knows more about Peyton's business than Peyton does himself.
I don't doubt it. Ted, you asked me to consider your representing Martin Peyton very carefully. Well, I have.
Matt, I know what you're going to say.
Then let me say it. I can't see how you can represent the Harrington boys as well. I think you owe them your resignation.
I couldn't disagree with you more.
There's clearly a conflict of interest.
In your mind, not in mine.
Have you discussed this with the boys?
Just hasn't been time.
Ted, I don't blame you for accepting Peyton's offer. I can see the advantages, the money, the prestige that goes with representing Peyton. But sooner or later, you're going to have to serve one client at the expense of the other.
Look, the boys are Martin Peyton's own grandsons.
And Leslie Harrington's sons, remember that. You can't represent two totally adverse interests.
But I don't see them as adverse. You're asking me to abandon those boys. Matt, I won't do it.
The problem is not abandoning Rod and Norman. It's admitting to yourself you chose between them and their grandfather's interests.
I acted perfectly ethically.
Only if you recognize the choice.
In your opinion. It's all your opinion and only your opinion.
It's either or. You can't have it both ways.
Who appointed you my conscience?
No one. But I was appointed their guardian.
Yes?
Rodney Harrington to see you, Mr. Cord.
Oh, fine, fine. No, wait, ask him to wait a moment.
Good to see you, Rodney.
I understand you're representing my grandfather. Congratulations.
Thanks. Why don't you come into my office? We can talk more comfortably.
Well, I didn't come to see you, sir. I came to see Mr. Cord.
Oh.
Now, you can ask Mr. Harrington to come in now.